Happy 7:30 p.m. Welcome to this Friday live stream on the Ides of March, March 15th, 2019. Thank you for anyone who's on right now. I see Honey and I see JCY. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you both very much. And today's topic is going to be asking life-changing questions, or really what today's live stream is about is I want to talk about the power of asking questions. How do we ask good questions, and how do we ask questions that are maybe thought-provoking or ideas that might get us to think about life from a more positive perspective or a better perspective than we already are. I think one thing I've learned in my journey of life is that asking questions is so powerful. Like literally, this is what I call a tool. Asking questions is a tool, and how we ask questions is very important too. So let me give you a quick example. Let's say, let's say you're struggling with, let's say let's talk about academics. I think that's something, or school and grades. Let's say you're not doing so well in school, and a lot of times when we're not doing well in school, many of us will result to doing something like, oh man, I'm not doing well in school, I suck at this, I can't do it, right? So that's one way of approaching it. And another way of approaching it is, how can I improve my grade? One really good technique when it comes to asking questions is having open-ended questions versus yes or no questions. So instead of, is this a good idea? Yes or no. Having them open-ended helps a lot more. We'll dive into that a little bit more in just a second. Let's see. I do want to give a quick few shout outs to other people who hopped on. Sophia Peters, Young Jit, okay, Swirls, Brown Girl Jazzy, long time no see. Yeah, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. So, it's Isaac. What's up? What's up, Isaac? Good to see you on, man. It's been a while. I feel like today is we got a lot of old school people on that I haven't seen in a while, so that's awesome. Yeah, questions can change our lives. Like they really can. It's crazy. Like sometimes, I don't know if you ever feel stuck, like you don't know what to do. You feel stuck. You feel like I don't feel like studying, or I don't know what to do with this situation. I like this girl or guy. I don't know what to do about it. Or, I have this other situation that's going on at home. I don't know what to do about that. And sometimes asking questions helps us figure out solutions. For example, sometimes I find myself stuck. I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, oh man, not having a good day. And then I think the natural human thing to do is to be in this little funk, like, oh man, I don't feel like doing anything. Oh man, I'm just gonna whatever, go play video games or watch YouTube videos or go eat food, or do some vice habit that will allow me to escape and not have to deal with a certain problem. And what I realize is, the question that I do ask myself is like, what is one thing you could do today to that one really powerful question you could ask yourself to make today great, or tomorrow, whatever it is what is just one thing? What is one thing you could do today that will make the most difference in your life? Just one. That's it. Just one. Focus on one. So if one thing is whatever, studying for a test, then go study, or if that one thing is asking that girl out, then go ask that girl out. So yeah, I think questions are very powerful. And yes, I could go on and on about this. Anyway, I am going to leave that topic right there. I'm just going to let it sit right there. If you have questions about asking questions, let me know, because I don't want to bore you to death. And I want to hear, what do you actually care about? So we could talk about the things that you care about versus what I care about. So yeah, ask me questions. what questions do you have about questions? What questions do you have about life? What questions do you have about me or you or any challenges you're going through? Let's talk about it. It is Friday. It is the weekend. And let me know if it's are you in spring break right now? Are you just starting spring break? Let me know where you're at right now. Or is spring break not this week, not next week, but the week following? I'd love to hear, just to see what's up. I do have a few questions I want to ask you a little bit later. They're pretty simple questions. Hopefully, they're fun, and they'll allow me to get to know you a little bit more. And I'm excited to hear your answers too. But first things first, Honey says, "How was your day?" My day was good. It was excellent. I'm actually hanging out with my girl right now, and she's chilling downstairs or something like that. So, maybe you'll see her. We'll see. Let's see. Swirl says it's been pouring rain like 50 gallons a second. Oh my goodness, that sounds pretty intense. Yeah. Hey, Rod, Isaac. Once again, it's good to see you, man. It's been a while, and I hope you're doing well. Hope that life down the street is going well, man. I hope that school is still in your sights. Your rap career is still going, and things are going well, man. Thinking about you. Isaac says, did you hear about the shooting? It's really messed up that the 49 Muslims died. I did hear about the shooting in New Zealand. Yes, the mosque shooting. Yeah. I don't know too much about it, but I think I know enough about it. Yeah. I saw briefly in the news. Did the guy record it on a body cam? Yeah. Isaac says, I hate this world. How can someone be so racist and kill so many people who possibly had lives and children? Yeah. I mean, I think part of it goes down to empathy. It's understanding how other people feel. And I think sometimes some people grow up in an environment where I guess they're not really taught how to empathize or walk in someone else's shoes, feel what it feels like to be in other people's just be in someone else's shoes. And I think that this is why I guess emotional intelligence is so important. This is why it's so important for us to continue to help other people, and I guess just include them in. Be patient with people, because a lot of times people who are, I guess, we'll say, have mental illnesses or like challenges in that way. I don't know. Maybe part of it could be brain chemistry, but I think another big piece of it is is the environment that we grow up in, and how I think it's the lack of support that some people have that I guess makes it hard for them to, I don't know, understand how to mesh in with society. So, yeah. And this is why it's important to be patient and compassionate, show compassion, because some people, just, they don't, they don't have the same mindsets that we do. And I think a lot of it comes from disconnection, isolation, and because no one else will understand us in a way. So I was actually just talking with my mom. Hold on, I don't want to all right. Yeah, I'm trying to leave out parts that I shouldn't talk about, but also give you the meat of the conversation. The moral of the story is that there are people who, they're not physically harming other people, but they don't treat people very well. And that comes from, I believe that comes from, I don't know. I think it's upbringing. It's parents who were maybe not quite emotionally there for them. Yeah, and I think the solution is I think, and I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not like calling people crazy or things like that. I think if someone does struggle with like connecting, it's it's continuing to try to find that community. You know, if you are someone who's struggling with, you know, trying to understand social empathy and stuff like that, I think it's just getting connected, you know, finding people who in a way accept you for who you are or are willing to be patient. And it's not always easy to find that because everyone's kind of living their own lives. Welcome in. Yeah. Alrighty. Sorrel says, well, I need to bring this topic here. Let's suppose you are at a place where kids your age hang out. A kid 1 year older who is your friend is in a fight. Uh, you want to say hi? Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's suppose you're at a place. Sorrel says, "Let's suppose you're at a place where kids your age hang out. A kid 1 year older who is your friend is in a fight. When the girls come near, they yell at you to go away, and you just want to talk to your friend. So I talked to my psychologist. He said to stand up and listen, and if things get wrong, tell the staff to solve it. So use that as advice for future if someone asks. Stand up by saying something like, 'Make me.'" Huh. Let's see. All right. So I'm not 100% clear on this. Stand up and listen, and if things get get wrong, tell the staff to solve it. So use the advice for future for someone to ask. Stand up by saying something like "make me." So what I'm hearing, I don't fully understand the situation, but what I'm hearing just by that last phrase, stand up by saying something like "make me." "Make me" is a very defensive thing to say. It's it sounds like it's something that triggers that sounds like something someone would say if they wanted to be defensive and they wanted to start a fight. I'm not fully understanding the situation, but for me, I personally would not say "make me" because I don't think it's about trying to be defensive against someone. I think if for me, I'm a type of person who tries to diffuse a situation because I don't think resulting to defensiveness or of trying to offend someone or trying to get into a physical altercation is the solution. I don't believe in that. I think how to deal with situations is through like having a, a compromising conversation. Hold on, what is this? Yeah, I'll just go with that. Having a conversation with the other person that maybe you disagree with and working together on a solution versus like trying to prove your point that you're right and they're wrong. I don't think that's what anything's about. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. It's how do we get on the same page without throwing our fists at each other. Like that's really where I think the art's at. Yeah. I'm going to go back to the whole shooting conversation because I know that you probably left some comments there. School sucks. You're getting kicked out. Let's see here. Siddharthan? What? Did I just miss someone's comment? I'm confused. Oh, I see. Should I study for my math test? Yes, you should. I believe that you should. If you're asking if you should study for your math test, that probably means you should be studying for it. Because if you if you didn't need to ask that question, then that probably more likely means that you're comfortable with it. So yeah. Sorrel says, wait, hold on. My friend is in a weird argument and the girls push me away from getting near. So I would say make me when they tell me to go away. I see. If I ask why, they say because I'm annoying. There's no violence. Sorry for not being clear. Oh no, it's okay. That's cool. I see. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Um I think so. Your friend's in a weird argument, and the girls push you away. And why are they pushing you away? Are they pushing you away because they don't want you to get involved? That's what it sounds like. And are they afraid that you might start something? While it sounds like to me you're there because you just want to support and make sure the opposite, that things don't get crazy. They just don't want me to get near. They don't want me to be there. Interesting. You want to be there to find out what's going on. Okay. I don't know the full situation, but uh, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll help clarifying. Like, hey, look, I'm not looking to, start trouble. I'm just here to understand what's going on. I care for my friend. I just want to make sure he's okay. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's I would try to go that route. I would try to go to that route of like explaining what's going on, having a conversation. And I can understand that the girls trying to push you away may not be so open to hearing what you have to say. They're like, nope, nope, just go away. Like maybe they're like that. But yeah, for me, I'm always going to do my best to communicate or try to have an open communication with the other person. This very much reminds me of when I play basketball with someone. I play basketball every single week, and sometimes there's arguments. There's like like you fouled, or the ball went off your hand or something, and then I'm just like, you told me the ball touched my hand before it went out, but the ball never touched my hand. So you're telling me, are you telling me I'm a liar? Like I know I could feel I could feel if the ball touched my hand. And so no, the ball touched your hand, like super adamant. They're like, no, like whatever. Like I know what I saw. I'm like, like I know with my own body that the ball didn't touch my hand. So the point is, like, sometimes people are so fired up, or like they're in their own minds or their heads, that they can't like, they're not willing to compromise their belief. And for me, what I do, like, I'm the type of person, and I learned this through life coaching, training, and practicing, is it's never about me trying to be right. Like, hey, look, dude, I know the ball didn't touch my hand because I didn't feel a ball on any of my fingertips or my hand, or anywhere on my body. I'm aware of that. Of course, I'll try that approach, the very logical approach. It didn't touch me, obviously, and I wouldn't be lying. And approach number 2 is, okay, let me hear what you have to say. Like, tell me more. Share with me. Let me hear your perspective. And then I do my best to hear their perspective. So maybe it's about you asking the girls, hey, like, why don't you want me there, or whatever. And then the next thing I do is I acknowledge. I say, oh, hey, like, I understand you feel that way. I really do understand that. And are you open to hearing my perspective? Because no one's ever right. No one's wrong. No one's right. Everyone just has their own perspective. So I hear your perspective. Are you willing to hear my perspective? And then you share your perspective. Yeah. So that's all. That's what I do. And sometimes people will be willing to talk to you, on the same level. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll just hold their opinion so high and think they're right and not waver from it. And I don't know, for me, I just kind of let it go. And at that point, this is where you get to make that decision. If you know that you get to be there for your friend and know what's going on, then maybe that does require saying, make me, if they're not willing to work like that. But yeah, I always try to not, I'm not the type, I don't try to purposely take someone off, or like offend someone. I do it in a very calm way, like where I respect other people's opinions, but I'll do, even if they're going to disagree with me, I respect your opinion. I'm still going to do it, because I know this is what I get to do. That's all. Yeah. All right. Isaac says, I'm talking to this girl that I really like, and she wants to come over, but I feel like I'm going to throw up. Hmm. I mean, that sounds exciting. Sweet. I mean, wait, hold on. I got to reread that. I'm talking to this girl that I really like, and she wants to come over, but I feel like I'm going to throw up. She wants to come over, and you like her. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good win to me. You know, if she wants to come over, um, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if you feel like throwing up, then let it be. But it sounds like things are in your favor. At least she's willing and wanting to come over. So there we go. It's a victory royale. There we go. John, what's up? Long time no see? Question mark. I feel like it's been a while. Sort of a short while. Yeah. Let's see. Sorrel says, well, anyways, assuming they are here next night when we meet up, I will try looking at and I'll update you on Discord. So I'm not so I'm going to play MC. MC. Good night. Cool. Sounds good. Hamburglar, what's up? Good to see you all on. Okay. So what I want to do is I prepared some very simple questions. There's 3 questions that I prepared. Very, very simple. This kind of goes with the topic of today, which is asking good questions and how to ask life-changing questions. How do we ask questions that will change your life? These in particular, I don't want to say are life-changing, but they are questions that I'm curious about that will help me get to know you a little bit more. And I'm just curious. I want to know about you. I want to know about what you care about. So are you ready for these questions? Ready or not, here they come. But yeah, I hope you're open to answering these questions in the chat. I would love to hear them. All right. It's some good stuff. All right. So question number 1 is, if you could have dinner with any famous person, who would it be? Answer in the chat. If you could have dinner with any famous person, who would it be? I am genuinely curious. Like, let me know. Like, just imagine if you had dinner like tomorrow night, Saturday night. You could invite any famous person in the whole entire world. Who would it be? And I'll let you choose up to 3 people because I'm just curious. I'm curious. Who would you choose and why? Yeah. Let's see here. My body's ready. Nice. Sorrel says, I'll watch this quick. What? Who else? Mark Shellsworth? Ariana Grande? Gotcha. John, is that real? Let's see here. Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and X. Nice. I like it. If I were to invite 3 famous people to dinner tomorrow, I would have to go with, surprisingly, I don't talk about this much, but I feel like it'd be really cool to have dinner with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. So that's number 1. Who else? I mean, I would go with Oprah. Let's do Oprah. And then I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go with Mother Teresa. So those are my 3. Got Jesus, Virgin Mary, and Adam. Nice. It could be anyone, dead or alive. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know. I think it's interesting to see what people would come up with. Isn't that cool? Just having that idea. Yeah. All right. Second question, 2 out of 3. All right. Second question is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? Where would you want to travel in the world and why? Simple question. I'm just curious. Yeah. Let me know what kind of, like what's your flavor? Where do you want to go? I'll share with you mine after I get a few responses. John responding to the previous question about famous people for dinner. I think of Mother Teresa with Richard. Richard would be eating all the food. Sounds about right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Ooh. How about again the question? If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be? As you're answering that question, I'm still thinking about the famous people for dinner. I really like this question. Another one would probably be like Buddha. Yeah. Or like Siddhartha. That's his name. Yeah. Alrighty. Sorrel says Florida, Canada, or a very cold place to try negative 30 degrees snow trick. Nice. Or a place where I can find people who like Linux. That's funny. I was gonna say Ubuntu. So Africa. Because Linux. Do they still use Ubuntu? Ubuntu. Linux. I feel like, what is that? I was releasing. Hold on. What's the most Linux OS? I have no idea what the current OS is right now. Like the last one I remember is literally Ubuntu, which is what 2004. I'm out of date with Linux. Alrighty. Hammerler says the North Pole to kill Santa, then become Santa, like in the Hot movie, The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen. Nice. Isaac says Dubai because I love luxury. What religion are you, Richard? And what religion are you closest to? So I don't consider myself religious. I guess I consider myself spiritual, not religious. So yeah, I don't believe like I respect all religions. Ones that are, I guess, positive. Not ones that are, I guess, I don't know. I respect if other people have their own beliefs and religions, even if I disagree with them. That's what I'll go with. But yeah, I like to believe that there is some higher power. But yeah. John says, places I'd like to travel: New York, China, and Tokyo. Nice. Yes. Ubuntu is a great word. Yeah, I love it, and I love that they chose that African word for the operating system. Let's see. So Sorrel says Ubuntu means humanity towards others, and I like how everyone there is really nice to each other. It's a really kind community. Yeah. Ooh, goodness. I'm getting chills right now. I'm thinking just, it's interesting. I feel like I don't know, as Americans, us people in America, like we're very spoiled in many ways. I think we have, especially in California, we have a lot of great weather, a lot of great opportunities. We have, amazing food. We have entertainment here. We have arts. We have, startups, people creating their own businesses. We have education, health, I guess. We have a ton of privileges, but at the same time, I don't think that, the United States is not the happiest country in the world. And there's so many other countries that are much happier than the United States. Depression rate is much lower in other countries than the United States. And I think a lot of it has to do with the culture. And I don't know much about African culture, but I do know that there is very much a sense of community, along with a lot of other countries. So I think that's something that as Americans we get to practice more is community. And I think community is really, really important. That's what I'm understanding and learning. Community is so important when it comes to happiness, overall happiness of people, for the most part. Yeah. Let's see. Isaac says, I made my own religion, basically mixing Buddhism, Christianity, and some others things I believe in. I call it Isaacism. Nice. Honestly, I think that's very valid. I think it's very valid to, combine different philosophies from different practices. I think that there's a lot of wealth of knowledge and good practices. And that's kind of what I do too. I like being open to hearing how, people's beliefs and how how it serves them, so I could, in a way, apply to myself too. Yes. And for me, traveling anywhere in the world, right now, Iceland is one, and then Italy is the second one. So those are the two countries I'd want to go to. Iceland for the scenic, more like the scenic nature. I think I hear it's pretty beautiful. I hear the Northern Lights is not at its peak right now, but when it is, I'd love to go and check out the Northern Lights. I think that sounds awesome. And Italy, because it's very cultural. It has a lot of art, and I think it's just probably a very beautiful place culturally, food wise, arts, everything. So I think that would be really, really cool to. Oh man, I should just go. I should just get up and go. No more excuses. Whew. I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm thinking about it more now. I'm like, I really just want to go. I should just go. Take a month off and just go. Let's see. Swirl says I actually have Ubuntu installed on my computer alongside Windows 10. Nice. I got a Fedora Linux water bottle, which came in the mail today. Nice. Wow. I have no idea how many accents I just used. I don't know if you caught that. All right. Let's see. Last question that I have right here. All right. Final question I have. This is it. Is if you were the president or ruler of the world, what rules would you create for everyone? If you were president or ruler of the world, what rules would you create for everyone? I'd love to hear. Let me know. You could have silly ones, you could have real ones. I would love a combination of both, things that you're just like, hey, this would be fun. Or, ones that you actually might consider like, hey, you know what? I think our world needs more of this. So I'm going to create this rule. I want to hear that. John says, reduce the carbon emissions rates. Yeah. The good news, I believe, is I believe there's a lot of efforts with carbon emission rates. At least we have electric cars now versus all the, gas vehicles that we have, diesel. But yeah, one little step at a time. I know there's like what is that called? I'm blanking out. What's that? I almost want to call it a treaty. That thing that Donald Trump took out. That was all about carbon emissions. Anyway, point is, I think we are making steps towards that, one little step at a time. Swirl says all rules equal for all. All schools should receive equal amount of funding. Discrimination would end, and if there is border wall, I would demolish it. Considering immigration is at an all-time low. Nice. And climate change. Nice. I like this stuff. Thank you for sharing. It's so cool hearing these things. Oh wow, goodness. That's very mature of you to think about. All schools should have equal funding. Like, that's a very, I feel like that's a very mature thing to think about. Like, even for me, I never really thought about it too much because I never had that perspective. And it's funny because I do go to a lot of different schools and I see the inequalities of different schools and the different types of funding. And that is a real thing. Schools that have more funding tend to do much better because they have more funding. They could afford more programs. They could afford, speakers like myself, and they can have, hire the people that they want to and attract the right teachers that are willing to go there. So funding definitely helps a lot with so many different things. Border wall. Yeah. Let's talk about discrimination, ending discrimination. That would be a wonderful thing too. Border wall. I personally would also get rid of a border wall too, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. Let's see here. Hamburger says you can only gain power through the bloodline. Interesting. Sorrel says, I bet Trump will be defeated in 2020. We'll see. I would imagine so. Fample, what's up? Long time no see. I really thought about Fortnite Friday. I don't think I will tonight. I thought about it. One, my Fortnite is not updated. It has not been updated in months. And two, I'm hanging out with my girl. Oh, hi.
Did I come in?
Sure.
Hello. Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hello. Okay, bye-bye.
This is Christine.
It's rebranding.
This is Christine.
Hello.
My girl. She's amazing.
Hello,
and you might
everyone.
I don't know if some of you might have seen her like months ago.
Yeah, it's rebrand.
Rebrand. Yeah.
Oh, hi, John.
Yeah. So
okay. What do I say?
Here, let's go with this. I want you to answer. If you could have dinner with any famous person, who would it be? 3 people.
John, it swirls, and the hamburger.
Wow.
No,
Ego boost.
No, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, John, it's you. So, any famous person, it would be Jeff Bezos. He's my inspiration because
founder of Amazon.
The founder of Amazon, because he reached the top of his industry through hard work and perseverance. So he didn't earn money for 10 years. He didn't earn a single cent. It went all back to Amazon. So I find that very inspiring.
How about 2 more? I want to hear 2 more.
Happy Richard.
Rip.
Huh?
Yeah, 2 more people.
2 more people?
Yeah. Famous people.
Okay. 1 more person would be Lady Gaga.
Oh, nice.
Yes, he had an affair and lost billions, but I agree, right? He failed in his family, but I feel that he provided a lot of value in terms of Amazon. We wouldn't have books that arrive in one day. We wouldn't have furniture that can arrive in one day. And that's why I still appreciate him, because despite everything, he didn't shut down Amazon, right? Or else we wouldn't have any delivery. So yeah, it's valid though. He failed with his family. I think that's something we should have. Yeah. And Young Jit. Oh my god, I didn't see you. You're number 3. So yeah, 2 more people. Lady Gaga, because she is so brave. She just reinvents herself. And lastly, it would be the founder of Fortnite, because he changed you guys, right? So he created a platform on the game that will allow you guys to have fun after a stressful day in school. So yes. And Fample. Okay. Okay,
Thanks. Finish.
Okay, I will go back now to my papers. Bye.
You got stressed.
I'm so shy.
Nice. Let's see here. Do I still play Fortnite? No, not really. I have not played. I think I skipped a whole entire season. I don't think I played last season. No, you know what? No, I played at the very, very beginning of last season, but that's it. I'm open to doing a Fortnite Friday some other time. Next week I can't, because I'm going to be in Texas, but maybe sometime in the future when I have a little bit more time. Yeah, because I know it's been quite a while. Yeah. Let's see. John's. Wait, I'm guessing you're talking about Christine. John said she was so shy back then.
Yeah, I grew up. You know what? Can I just say something? 1 year can change a lot, right? And the best trigger for change is a heartbreak. I'm just kidding, but yes, you can do it too. 1 year can change a lot of things. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Isaac. It's Fample says I got banned and lost 800k value and wait, what? 850k? Rap? Question mark? Confused? Wait, what? Is someone going? I quit for Roblox. You know what's funny? I think yesterday actually finally, like, I haven't played Roblox in who knows how long, but I finally actually uninstalled it yesterday. It's just been sitting on my computer. Whoever is going, see you. Swirls, are you going? Let's see. All right, I'll play another time. Nicholas, Raj, what's up? It has been a long time. Whoa, Fample, you got pretty close to her actual spelling of her name. I I think she has probably one of the most rare spellings of her name. It's a C instead of a K. But yeah, John says she might be hinting something, Richard. Yeah, I think she was. Something in the past. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Fample. Alrighty. So, going back to the third and final question. If you were president / ruler of the world, what would you create? For me, by the way, feel free to answer this question. I still want to hear. But for me, I'm going to go with, I don't know, just more. What would you create? I would create more empathy and compassion. That's really what I would say. I think it's more acceptance, people accepting each other, and just empathy. I think if people were more empathetic and they understood each other and they were, I guess, in a way, treated each other with respect, we wouldn't have so many wars, and we could literally have this conversation for over a whole entire week straight. We could talk about the economics of the world. We could talk about all, everything. Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of the core of who I am. So that's what I'd say. Hamburger says the only form of transportation is razor scooters in my world. Nice. Can we just take a second and acknowledge that? Imagine a world where 7.5 billion people are just riding razor scooters. that actually sounds kind of funny and cool. Could we have a lot of hills? A lot of just hills and slopes. That'd be fun. John says, can we talk about the climate strikes that have happened today in the world? John, yes. If you want to lead us in the climate strike conversation, I would love to talk more about it. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't keep myself up with the news so much, to be honest. Yeah. I don't watch the news enough. I do kind of live in my own little bubble in ways. I do have my own outlets of news, but typical news like newspaper or news like CNN or Fox or whatever, whatever you want to watch. Yeah, not as much. I do think I get to keep up with that a little bit more. Fample says how to be cool, how to be popular, how to stop being shy. Wait, what are these questions? Fample, what are these? What do you mean by how to be cool, how to be popular, how to stop being shy? Are those questions for me to answer? Question mark. Hamburger says, as a ruler, I will go back to the moon to see if it is cheese. That's a good question. That reminds me. Fample, real quick, are those questions you want me to answer right now? Say yes or no. I'd love to hear. Just so I have clarification. But Hamburger, I want to go back to this concept of moon, going to the moon, see if it's cheese. I don't know, so my mind is blown in so many ways right now. I remember one day I was hanging out with Christine and I looked at her, I'm like, we are literally two people in this whole entire world of 7.5 billion people. And I don't why, I literally had this almost this, I don't know how to say midlife crisis type moment where I'm just why are we here? Literally, why as human beings, why are we here? How were we created? I mean, if you believe in, religion or God and stuff like that, you could say Adam and Eve and, the Bible's, whatever the Bible says or whatever it is, there is that perspective. But for me, who, I don't necessarily believe in that, how were we created? What? And how about the universe? Where does the universe end? Why does it keep expanding? Why? How did the universe get created? Where did it start? I don't know. It's one thing to think about these things. It's another one to actually almost like go on a trip about like just like what? Like how are we here? I don't know. I just had this weird moment where I actually on a deeper level I'm just like that's wow. Why are we here? Okay, anyway, enough about that. Yeah, it's a little bit deep. Sometimes yeah, that's my mind goes like that. Deep. All right, Fample, I don't know. You retracted your message, so I can't really see if you want me to ask or not. More questions? You want me to ask more questions to you to think about? Uh, is that what you're saying? I mean, I'd love to. Awesome. I'm down. I'm down to ask more questions. If Fample, you could sweet. Yeah, I don't know. Questions are great. Questions are amazing. I mean, we could find out so much about ourselves and others by just thinking about questions. All right. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a weird one. Imagine if you were reborn, like you could start your life all over again. Like, okay, imagine, you're brand new baby and you could be born anywhere in the world. You could be a guy or girl. Like, where would you be born? Like, what country would you be born in? Would you be a guy or girl when you're born? And what would your life look like in a nutshell? Like, I don't know, what's your career or what's your life about? Oh my goodness. That was a really deep question, huh? Yeah. Let's do it though. Let's hear it. KMG. KMG, I don't remember your username. What is your real name? I remember thinking out loud. Yes. So remind me your name. Creek? Creek? Hold up. Wait, is that right? Creek. I'm thinking of Creek. I don't know if I remember. I think I remember. Guy with long hair. I remember a guy with long hair, like down to like here, long hair. That's the image I'm thinking of. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting the picture. I got it. I think I got it. Yeah. Let's see. Creek. Yeah. Remind me what school you go to? Remind me what school. All right. Sweet. Alrighty. So again, the question is, if you could be reborn, what country would you be born in? What, I guess, would you be male or female? And then what would you be doing there? John says, I'd be a guy born in Vietnam, probably be a tourist. Hamburglar says Antarctica and raised to live the penguin lifestyle. Let's see. For me, where would I feel? Okay, I'm going to go with I would be born as a female in Tibet. And I would probably be living in the mountains. I have no idea what the purpose of that was. But it's interesting. Mountain school. All right. I got one more question. All right. Another question is, if you could start any business of like whatever you want to do, what would your business be? It could be anything. If you could start a business, what would your business be? Creek says a cave and raised by wolves. Nice. I like that. That's cool. All right. So if you could start a business, it could be any business. What would it be? Ooh. I got mine. I got my business. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Youth NASCAR. Nice. All right. Feel free to share your business idea. If you could start a business, what would it be? It could be anything. For me, the business idea that I thought of was to start a amusement park or like a theme park. And it definitely have a lot of roller coasters. Then I thought about Pokemon because I love Pokemon. Like for me, this theme park would have like really ridiculously high roller coasters. Like when I say high roller coasters, I mean like at least 100 stories high, like tallest building in the world type roller coasters going into the clouds. And yeah, I don't know, just roller coasters that would stretch miles. And that will also double as transportation. I hope people get from, state to state, country to country. So that's my business. John says a stay at home and chill business. Nice. Hamburger says I'd make a company like those line scooters, but instead of scooters, they are the old person chair. So there is no effort or skill needed. Nice. Yeah. I find it fascinating that they have those scooters, line scooters. Yeah. Ooh, Lime. They got lime scooters, and what else they have? What's the one? Bird. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alrighty. I think Fample just jumped off, so I guess we don't need to answer those questions, huh? Any last minute questions that you want to ask the group, whoever's on right now, or ask me, feel free to ask. I will not be live streaming. Well, first of all, if you want to ask a question, feel free to ask a question now, because I think we may end the live stream just about now, if not. Other than that, I will let you know that I am going to Austin, Texas next week, the whole entire week, Monday through Friday. And I'm excited. I get to be part of a mastermind. It'll be at a resort. A mastermind is like a group of like-minded people who are who have a common interest. So for mine, it's entrepreneurship. It's, people working on the business of helping other people. And I got to be there to support people. I get there to grow. I have the honor. There are going to be some special guests. The mastermind has about 50 people, and there will be some, I guess, well-known YouTubers and entrepreneurs there, such as JP Sears. I can't imagine too many of you know who that is, but he does have a pretty good sized following. Yeah, so I don't know. I've watched his videos a lot. He does a lot of funny content around spiritual and entrepreneur stuff. Yeah, John says, anyone got cereal? Nice. No cereal. All right. With that being said, the next live stream will be on, let me check, the 25th. All right, March 25th. So I'm going to put that on my calendar, 7:30 p.m. Tent YouTube live stream. And I will put that, I'll make a post notification right after this live stream for it. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. But before I go, Hamburglar says, I have a question. What car is your favorite car in Cars 2? I never watched Cars or Cars 2. I hear it's a good movie. I haven't watched it yet. The only one I know is, what is it? Lightning McQueen, the main car. That's all I really know. So, yeah, awesome. Yeah, hey, it was cool hanging out with all of you. And one thing I want to try doing is asking more questions during these live streams. I had fun getting to know you a little bit more, and learning who would you want to have dinner with, what famous people would you want to have dinner with, where do you want to live, where do you want to be reborn, what country, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And the girl that does the insane flip, nice. Is that mechanical keyboard? It is a mechanical keyboard. In fact, it is. Yes, it is, and it is. It's decent. It's not bad. It's not bad. Alrighty. Hey, thanks for being here. You matter, and I hope that you have a awesome weekend or spring break if you are on spring break, and if not, just have a great weekend and make life count. Life is too short to, I guess, be sad. Life is too short to, I don't know, just not be happy. To not be like living life, So if you are struggling, that's okay. I think really it's about how do we, at our own pace, push ourselves past that so we could really just enjoy life and be happy. That's what I got. All right. Are you laughing at me? I know you're not. I'm just kidding. Hi. Is your monitor 4K? It's the exact opposite of 4K, actually. I bought my monitor at a Goodwill store for $23. I do have a nice 1080p laptop, but this monitor I'm using is literally the VGA cable that I need an adapter into HDMI because it's that old. But I like it. It works for me. And it's nice. I love having two monitors again because my last monitor broke. It's such a luxury having two monitors. Yes. Alrighty. Have a good night, and I'll see you on the 25th of March if you choose to tune in then. Otherwise, take care and have a great week and take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Have a good night.